He's trying to present himself as a changed man. And that's what we saw over the weekend. You see, changed as soon as he did a teleprompter to read, apparently a teleprompter and a cup of coffee. I do believe it was some MSNBC contributor on the morning show that said, oh, you know, it was just too late at night for him. It was 9 o'clock at night. I'm sorry. He had a week off. It was 9 o'clock at night. What about that 3 a.m. phone call? You know. Remember that commercial that they were running during the Clinton-Obama primary? You know who's picking up the phone? It's Dr. Jill. It's Dr. Jill all day long because apparently Pops has got to be in bed, asleep by 9 o'clock. Probably by 7, like if we're going to be completely honest. But he's a changed man. He went out and he read that teleprompter like nobody's business. Take a look.
Let me close with this. I know I'm not a young man. State the obvious. Well, I know. Well, I don't.
You're shouting Joe, not Trump.
Folks,
not a bad speech. Completely different person. It was like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, right? Like who? Oh, wait, who's that Joe Biden? Because that Joe Biden doesn't remind me anything of the Joe Biden that we all saw on stage on Thursday night. I'm looking at some of your commentary and someone suggested maybe a sundowners. Gosh, I hadn't thought of that. I mean, look, sometimes when you get old, night becomes more difficult and you're not playing with as much capacity in the evening. I don't know. Again, I'm not a doctor, but I would say that something's up. Something is up. They tried to say he has a cold. In fact, Kelly O'Donnell, who's head of the White House Correspondents Association, who, by the way, wasn't even allowed access into this whole thing. Remember how angry and upset they were about that? Because CNN was controlling it all, but it wasn't just CNN. I have a feeling it was Joe's team that was really controlling it all. Anyway, she tweeted out that she had sources that said he had a cold. And that's the party line. Okay, he had a cold. Well, then how is he able to get up the very next day and do that? And why would he go to a Waffle House right after the debate and shake hands and be around all those people if he had a cold? That excuse didn't make any sense either. Look, they're making excuse after excuse after excuse. They now get their 15 or 16 economists, Nobel Prize winning economists, kind of like telling you there's going to be inflation if Donald Trump comes in, kind of like, dare I say, the 51X spooks that tried to tell you that the Hunter Biden laptop was disinformation, misinformation, fed you courtesy of Giuliani and the Russians. There's a pattern here, guys. There's a pattern. I don't know what they're going to do, but I can tell you this. They want him gone. I have very good sourcing that says they want him gone as of yesterday. I mean, heck, they should have taken the opportunity when they could have way back ago. Maybe they did this deliberately. Let's throw it out there. Let's talk about it, because maybe this was an opportunity to expose him to the rest of the world. And then the media could in concert demand that he step down. Therefore, it didn't just have to be the conservative media pointing out the obvious. Suddenly now you can have the whole New York Times and the New Yorker and Time Magazine and everybody else jumping on the bandwagon. They want him gone. And when they do that, if he's not 1,000% on board, and he's not, they're going to present themselves with a whole other set of challenges. That's the reality we're dealing with right now. A group of people that think they control the government instead of you, the American taxpayer, the American voter. Remember that.